Sometimes, life doesn't break you in one big moment. It tests you slowly, quietly, day after day. And in that waiting, you discover a strength you never knew you had. This is the story of a woman who thought she was losing everything, until patience showed her who she really was. Her name was Ayesha. She was not rich. She was not famous. She was just an ordinary woman with simple dreams, a small house, a happy family, a stable life. For years, she worked hard beside her husband, Samir. They ran a small clothing shop in their neighborhood. It wasn't a big store, but it was enough. Enough to pay bills, enough to smile at the end of the day. Life was not perfect, but it was peaceful. Then one day, everything changed. A new shopping mall opened just 2 streets away. Big brands, bright lights, huge discounts. Customers slowly stopped coming to their small shop. At first, Ayesha said, "It's okay, things will get better." But weeks passed, then months. The shop stayed empty. Bills started to pile up, savings began to disappear, and silence filled the house. Samar grew frustrated. He would sit quietly at night, staring at the wall. "What did we do wrong?" he would whisper. Ayesha felt the fear too, but she tried not to show it. Inside, she was scared, very scared. There were days when they earned almost nothing, days when she had to choose between paying the electricity bill or buying groceries. Friends started giving advice. Close the shop. Take a loan. Move to another city. Why are you still waiting? Even relatives began to say, "Maybe it's over. Maybe this business is not meant for you." Every word felt like a small cut. Ayesha would lie awake at night, asking herself the same question. Am I being patient or just foolish? Have you ever felt that way? When you're trying your best, but nothing seems to work. When waiting feels heavier than failure. That's where Ayesha was. Tired, confused, but not ready to give up. There were moments when she almost quit. One rainy evening, after a full day without a single sale, she locked the shop and cried. Not loud, just silent tears. "I am tired," she whispered to herself. "How long do I have to wait?" But something inside her refused to break. One evening, as she was cleaning the almost empty shop, an old woman walked in. She looked around slowly and said, "I haven't seen small shops like this in years." Ayesha smiled politely. "Yes, people prefer malls now." The old woman picked up a simple dress and said, "But this feels personal. It feels warm." They talked for a while. The woman shared how she missed the days when shopkeepers knew their customers by name. Before leaving, she bought the dress. But more importantly, she said something that stayed with Ayesha. Don't compete with big stores. Be what they can't be. That night, Ayesha couldn't stop thinking about those words. Be what they can't be. The mall had discounts. The mall had brands. But the mall did not have heart. The next day, Ayesha made a decision. Instead of waiting for customers to come, she would connect with them. She started greeting every person who passed by. She remembered names. She offered tea to visitors. She began sharing simple videos online about styling clothes on a budget. She turned her small shop into a friendly place, a place where people felt seen. But results did not come instantly. Again, she had to wait. Again, patience tested her. The next morning, she opened the shop again. And then, slowly, something began to change. One customer came back. Then another brought a friend. Then someone shared her videos online. People started saying, "Go to Ayesha's shop. She helps you choose. She cares." Sales didn't explode overnight, but they grew steadily. One day, the shop was full again. Not crowded like the mall, but full enough. Full of smiles, full of conversation, full of life. Samar looked around and said softly, "You were right." Ayesha smiled. No, she wasn't just right. She was patient. And that patience built something stronger than profit. It built resilience. Years later, when people asked her how she survived the hardest time of her life, she would say, "Patience is not about doing nothing. It's about doing your best while you wait." She realized something powerful. Patience is not weakness. It is not surrender. It is quiet strength. When life tested her, it didn't break her. It shaped her. And maybe that's the lesson for all of us. We live in a world that wants everything fast. Fast money, fast success, fast results. But real growth, real character, real strength, that takes time. So if you're in a season of waiting right now, if doors are not opening, if people are doubting you, ask yourself, am I failing or am I being trained? Because sometimes the delay is not punishment, it is preparation. Ayesha's shop survived not because it was the biggest, but because she refused to lose hope. She chose patience over panic, consistency over quitting, faith over fear. And in that slow, painful waiting, she discovered her true strength. Maybe your test is happening right now. Maybe you feel unseen. Maybe you feel stuck. But don't underestimate this season. The storm may be shaping you into someone stronger than you ever imagined. Remember this: patience does not mean sitting still. It means standing firm. And one day when you look back, you won't remember how long you waited.